Then he quotes another verse, 10:35:15. So he's quoting all kinds of Gitas here. First, the gopis are speaking Pranaya Gita, and they're mentioning Venu Gita. So that's like a red light goes off. Ding, Venu Gita. So then Jiva Goswami goes back to the Venu Gita in chapter 21 and quotes the verse 12, which we just cited, that the Devatas and their wives, now, because he said he's supporting them and sympathizing with the Braja Gopis by supplying these verses. So now speed up the clock a little bit and go ahead of the game to chapter 35, which is called Yugal Gita. Yugal Gita is called Yugal because there's pairs of verses spoken together. Groups of gopis are standing here and there in the Braj Mandal, in Braja Gokul. Krishna's gone off to the forest for the Purvan Leela in the early morning between 8:36 and 10:48. Krishna takes all the cows and all the boys and they go out and the gopis just follow him. Then they collapse in swoon of ecstasy and separation. And their sevadasis and lovely lady friends drag their bodies back into their houses. And somehow they recover and they collect in groups here and there. Different, the Sapaksha and Vipaksha, different gopis. They meet together here and there at the water well or in the Goshala or in the marketplace or in the forest or anywhere. And they start speaking verses. One gopi will say, "Oh, Sakhi, no, Krishna's flute is like this and like that." "Oh, Sakhi, but no, Krishna's flute is like this and like that." So one gopi speaks, another gopi speaks. And that's called Yugal. It means a pair of verses. So in this, it's called Yugal Gita. So now he quotes Yugal Gita to say, not only women of all the universe, hey, listen, girls, listen, Sakhis, you're trying to explain to Krishna, you're not the only women that are attracted to him. You're not the only women that become bewildered by his flute. Any woman and all women in the universe, even Devis and Devatas, they will become bewildered. So later in later in Yugal Gita, chapter 35, verse 15, Jiva Goswami supplies this verse. When Sakhi said, "Hey Sakhi, when Sham presses his bimba red lips to his flute and sends forth the tones of harmonic scale in variegated melodies, Brahma, Shiva, Indra, and the other chief devatas become confused upon hearing that sound and they become samohitarya. Samohitarya. Venu Gita, Kala Venu Gita, Samohitarya. So Jiva Goswami says, listen girls, it's not only we girls are getting attracted and bewildered and all their ladies of the universe, but even the primal lords and devatas controlling this universe. Brahma, Shiva, Indra, and other chief devatas. That means there's, why they say Mukhya devatas, the chief devatas, because there's 33 crores of devatas, but there's 33 Mukhya devatas, the main ones, like Indra and Brahma and Chandra and Varuna. There's all these Kubera, different. There's 33, and then they have each one has 1 million expansions, so it becomes 33 million. It's not surprising. If you go to India, to New Delhi, to the North Block, then there's someone called the Home Minister of India. He's a very big, important person. So if you go to meet him, he has 15 secretaries, 15 PS, 15 different secretaries. Each one is controlling a different aspect of his portfolio. Because we went to meet the Home Minister once. So we had to go through so many different secretaries. So what to speak, a little small person of this world has 15 expansions and assistants and helpers. What to speak about the 33 primal chief demigods having 1 million assistants.